Good evening. This may in fact be the most highly anticipated taste test that we have had to this point. We have 3 Swiss cakes to taste tonight. The original Drake's Yodels, which started in 1962. Little Debbie's Swiss Rolls, which followed in 1963. And then a few years later, 1967, Hostess made their Ho-Hos. There's no confusion about the names here. But let me tell you, when I opened these and cut them into 3 parts for everyone, I noticed distinct differences between the appearance. Some had more cream, some had more chocolate, some were very round, some were kind of flat. The Yodels and the Swiss Rolls come in twin packs, and they expect you to eat 2, apparently. The Ho-Hos come individually wrapped, and the serving size is 3. Think about that. So tonight's taste test, we have the in-laws, we have the parents, we have the kids, all the characters are here for you. I'm gonna grab the camera and we're gonna start. Hi.
Hi.
And here are all my tasters.
Hello. Hi.
Wow, good looking group.
Debate today.
So this is how we decided to set it up. So there was no confusion. We're gonna begin with the Yodels, we're gonna move on to the Swiss Rolls, and then the Ho-Hos. Now you can see the Yodels, very round, but when you cut it, that chocolate comes right off. The Swiss Rolls holds their shape pretty well, and it's sort of a medium, almost circle, almost rectangle. And then Ho-Hos, which is a darker chocolate, is a kind of flatter shape. But they're all, I think, trying to accomplish the same thing. Without further ado, please grab your Yodel.
What's the Yodel? Yodel is this one.
Mm-hmm. And I want you to enjoy.
The Yodel, I think, has the lightest chocolate on the outside.
I think you're right. The cake is certainly lightest.
And the chocolate on the
It's
outside
lighter.
is
Delicious.
It's really good.
Oh my God, that was really nice.
Oh my god. This
That
is
was-
just like the ring ding.
Now I found that to be pretty soft and moist. What about you guys?
I thought it was really similar to the ring ding and the ring dong.
That's great
Yeah.
instinct. You're
Then
very right. It's
I think
almost the
it's-
same
yeah.
ingredients.
Delicious.
Anyone have a comment specifically about those Yodels? Go ahead.
So, when you cut it, the chocolate comes off. And then Swiss rolls, man, that's smooth. And it's holding its shape very well.
All right, well, let's see if we can move on then to the Swiss rolls. The one in the middle. Yummo.
This one?
Yeah.
The
Less cream.
See,
The-
they can
it's
hold
less
its shape
cream.
very good.
Is it good?
But
and the
let me tell you something.
pastry is darker.
I like this one better.
The cream was fantastic.
Yeah,
I'll say
that was
like
like
the Yodel.
whipped cream plus icing plus sprinkles
cream was
plus
better, but it's not
more
as chocolatey.
icing.
I think it was more like, had more flavor.
So did you like it better?
I didn't
Yeah.
like the Swiss like roll? no the cake part so much.
How did you feel about the filling?
The filling was good.
I thought the filling, well, I think what Jamie said was spot on. Really good
the
filling.
filling was better on the Swiss.
I'm agreeing with you. Yes?
The filling was like marshmallow plus whipped cream plus filling plus icing plus 300 more gallons of icing plus more marshmallows.
Was that a good thing?
The best thing.
All right, so without further ado, let's move on to what's left, and that
The
is
Ho-Hos.
the Hostess Ho-Ho.
Wait,
Go ahead,
Hostess
guys.
makes the ding dongs, I think.
Chocolate is fully intact. Pastry is a little bit darker than the other two.
Drier. It is drier.
Okay, so you didn't like the cake quite as much? I like the chocolate.
The
I
Ho-Ho
agree, it's
better
much
than the
drier.
Swiss Miss.
Swiss rolls is my favorite,
Swiss rolls for Eli. What about Molly?
I get an aftertaste on
but
the
they're all
Ho-Ho.
good.
I would say Swiss rolls.
Swiss rolls for Molly. What about Mommy?
I'm a little torn. I would like the Swiss roll to be inside the Yodel. I think
We're going to talk to those 2 manufacturers and see if we can do that. I wonder what that would be called. What does Mimi think?
I'm going for the Yodel.
The Yodel. Okay, Yodel gets a vote. How about Grandpa?
I kind of like the Yodels too. I wish I could motivate myself to do a Yodel, but
Gosh,
never
that
worked.
would probably go viral.
Actually, I don't know if it's worth it though.
What do you think, Grandma?
I'm going with the Swiss roll. I
Yeah.
like the cream in that one.
I hear what you're
the Swiss
saying.
roll
I
is the
certainly do.
Yeah.
You agree?
And Dee
I like
A bunch of
the
people agree
Swiss
with
roll.
Yeah.
I like the cream in it, and I like there is no aftertaste. On the ho-ho, I have an aftertaste.
Oh, and that was the one we left you with too. What a shame.
There's so many.
This was a
people like
wonderful
Swiss-
taste test. I happen to agree with the folks who said Swiss roll.
We won, but
More dessert for everyone.
yeah.